Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to talk about 10 survival tips for loving an addicted person. I know each and every one of us, whether it's your loved one, a family member, a friend, we all know someone within our circles that have an addiction. Well, these 10 survival tips will help you deal with how to help them and how to deal with it yourself. Also, as a special today, I just want to throw in there 5 ways that pets can help people recover from addiction. So in conjunction with the 10 tips that I'm going to give you, take a good listen at the 5 ways pets can help your addicted loved one, your addicted friend. As always, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez from startingpointmn.com. You can reach him at 844-414-8444. Dr. Luis Gonzalez has a few entities to his business. The first and foremost is helping you take your life back. He will walk with you 24 hours at a time, day by day, from today on. Never talk about yesterday. He nor I am are counselors or therapists. We are addiction recovery coaches. We are here to help release the answers you already have to all your questions that are inside you to the surface. We are here to motivate you. We are here to help you take your life back. Reach out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez. You can find him at www.startingpointmn.com. The MN stands for Minnesota. On the other side of his business, he can turn you into addiction recovery coach. If you have passion, professionalism, personality, and you have an addiction background, whether battling your own demons or maybe helping someone else battle with their demons when it comes to addiction, he can help turn you into an addiction recovery coach. He has an unbelievable educational program. I am one of his graduates, and you can obviously see the work that I am doing, my passion, my mission out there to help others. So reach out to him, 844-414-8444, Dr. Luis Gonzalez from startingpointmn.com. Next shout out goes to globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. They have frames that start as low as $6 and go up to $49. And those prices, now listen folks, listen really closely, those prices include single vision standard plastic non-coated clear lenses. They include a cloth and a case, all for that price. So yes, for $6, you can get a full pair of glasses with single vision lenses. If you need progressives, they have them. If you want transitions, they have them. Photochromatics and polarization, they have them. They have over 1,200 different styles of frames. Even Elton John would be amazed by some of the styles that they have, some of those beautiful circle styles, some of them that look like they have eyelashes. But the only way you're going to know what they have is to go to www.globaleyeglasses.com, and they are focused on saving you money. If you have any questions about this company, I am very familiar with them. Reach out to me. You can text me at 631-599-0218. And not only am I familiar with the company, I am 30 years as a board-certified optician, so I can help you place your order also. Reach out to me. If you have any other questions as far as addictions, reach out to me on my hotline, 844-405-HELP, 844-405-HELP. That's to reach out to me, to reach out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez, 844-414-8444. Let's dive into today's topic. Top 10 survival tips for loving an addicted person. Number 1 is come face to face with reality. I'm going to read some of this. Learning how to deal with reality is the most important first step in surviving when you love an addicted person. Although it may seem easier to stay in a fantasy space where you can continue to believe that things are going to magically get better, there is no such magic. Things will not get better just because you wish they would. Coming face to face with reality means accepting the parts of your life that may be out of control as a result of someone in your family who is engaging in addictive behaviors. These addictions can include mind-altering substances such as drugs and alcohol. And I just want to also just really quick, because I forgot to mention this in the beginning of my episode. The reason I'm doing this segment today, and I never want to mention names, but I have a friend who is dealing with a loved one And if you're watching, my friend, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Who's dealing with a loved one, no matter how much this friend tries to help this loved one, it's to no avail. This friend reached out to me. I am going to do 150% of my best ability to help not just my friend, but anyone who has either a loved one or have addictions of their own. So this program, this episode, this segment is dedicated to my friend who has a loved one that this particular friend so dearly loves, who's battling a battle of a non-winning battle, really. But maybe with my help, there'll be something at the end of the road. So this one is dedicated to you. Number 2 on my list: discover how to love the addicted person and stay healthy. The stay healthy is related directly to you, not the addicted person as much. There are effective ways to deal with addicted person in your life, just as there are ways to not only ineffective but can also be dangerous ways to deal with people that have an addiction in your life. Learning to choose the difference between them can save you a lot of time and can produce much healthier results for you and for your addicted loved one. For example, learning how to set and maintain appropriate boundaries is a very important skill. You may need to explore the reasons why you have a problem doing that, because you can, if you don't set the boundaries, yes means yes and no means no. Otherwise, when yes means no and no means yes, it becomes an enabling situation. So you need to figure out when you say yes that you really mean yes, and when you say no that you really mean no. That will certainly help you. And to stay healthy on yourself is when you try to help your loved one is you can't avoid your own health. You need to continuously do whatever you were doing before to keep yourself healthy. Number 3, you cannot control or fix another person, so stop trying. You can only be there as a support channel. The only person you have any control over is yourself. You do not have control over anything the addicted person does. Many people choose not to believe this, but that doesn't make it a less true statement. Once you can really grasp the reality and concept and live by it, your life will become much easier to deal with. So remember, you can only control yourself. However, you can assist to your best ability. This is directly related to my friend. You can assist to your best ability to branch out whatever information to your loved one who has this addiction. But remember, you cannot control that person and you cannot fix that person. You can love that person. Number 4, stop blaming the other person and become willing to look at yourself. As easy and tempting as it may be for you to blame the addict in your life for your struggles and suffering because of the addict, there is actually more value in exploring what you may be doing to maybe help the situation, since that is the only thing that you can really do anything about anyway. So instead of criticizing the addicted person in your life, look how maybe possibly you can assist the addicted. Even though the addict is undoubtedly controlling their own life and doing whatever they're going to do on their own way or their own situation, and you can only maybe suggest things, you can only throw a lifeline out, but if you go out and go over and beyond over and over again and show this person that you do have love, and you're not blaming, that you can understand that your friend, your loved one has a disease, and don't point the finger, that would probably be more effective than the blame game. Number 5, learn the difference between helping and enabling. Big one. Just like most people, you might think that you need to help your addicted loved one. You probably fear that if you don't provide help, he or she will end up in the worst predicament. When you try to help addicts by giving them money, allowing them to stay in your home, buying them food on a regular basis, driving them to places, going back to healthy boundaries, you have already set them up with a thing called rescuing, otherwise you are enabling them. Do you understand? When you give your loved one money, that money might be going towards the addiction. When you give that that person a place to stay. You're enabling the whole situation. Sometimes tough love comes in hand here. And what that really means, tough love, is sometimes it hurts in the present moment to provide this tough love. But let's go back to this. When you try to help addicts by giving them money, allowing them to stay in your home, buying food for them on a regular basis, and driving them places, going back and on the healthy boundaries you have already set up with them, you are actually engaging in a rescuing behavior that are not really helpful to the addicted. Another term for this kind of unhealthy behavior or helping is enabling. So differentiate the difference between helping and enabling. Number 6, don't give in to manipulation. It has been said that the least favorite word for an addict is no. When addicts are not ready to change, they become master manipulators in order to keep their addiction going. Their fear of stopping is so great that they will do just about anything, from keep having to be honest with themselves or more or less honest with you. Some of these manipulations include lying, cheating, blaming, raging, guilt-tripping others, as well as becoming depressed or developing other kind of emotional or physical illnesses, or all of them together. So be careful. Do not be manipulated. Ask yourself, number 7, ask yourself the magic question. It is important to understand that you might be just as addicted to your enabling behaviors as the addict in your life is to his or her manipulations. In the same way the addicts use drugs, alcohol, and other addictive behaviors to avoid dealing with their shame about feeling unworthy and unlovable, you may be focusing on the addict's behavior in order to avoid having to focus on living your own life. Ask yourself this question: how would my life be better if I wasn't consumed by behaviors that enable my loved one? Here's the question again. How would my life be better if I wasn't consumed by behaviors that enable my loved one? So be careful. Number 8, know that self-care doesn't equal selfish. Too many people get these two ideas confused. They think that if they practice healthy healthy self-care and put themselves first, that they are being selfish. Selfishness basically means that you want what you want when you want it. That's selfishness. That's what addicted people are. But self-caring means that you respect yourself enough to take good care of yourself in a healthy and holistic ways, such as making sure your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual needs are met. Selfish means, listen to it basically means that you want what you want, when you want it, and how you want it. Self-care means to take care of your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual needs. Rebuild your own life is number 9. The best way to come out of your own addictive behaviors, such as enabling and people-pleasing, because that is also an addiction when you start giving in to other people and doing it over and over and over. You don't have to just be addicted to drugs and alcohol. You can be addicted to anything. I personally feel that I have an addiction now to candy, although I'm trying my best, but I really am. But we all have addicted behaviors. Let's go. If your life seems empty in such areas as career, relationships, or self-care, begin to rebuild your life by exploring the kinds of things that might fulfill you. With me, my rebuilding my life, other than my career, was to come up with a passion to help others, which I've always had since 1981 in the Marine Corps, when I was a lay reader for other recruits. And a lay reader basically is a person that was designated by the chaplain to be the liaison between the recruits and the chaplain. I was more or less the person that would bring the needs of the recruits to the chaplain. The recruits would come to me with any emotional, spiritual guidance, and I would go to the chaplain, seek that guidance, and refer whatever response from the chaplain back to the recruit. That's when my passion really started, but the alcoholism from 81 to 2013 just kept me from doing what my passion has always been, which God directed me to do, but I just couldn't see it clearly, and that is to help others. Would you like to make a career change or go back to school? Could be some of your things that you might want to think about. So rebuild your own life is number 9. Number 10, don't wait until the situation is really bad. Reach out for help now, today. When those who you love with any type of addictive behavior finally reach out for help, they have usually been dealing with their situation for a very, very long time. If you have been waiting to see whether things would get better without professional help, please consider getting help today before things get even worse. Reach out to me, 844-405-HELP, and I will help. If this situation is just beginning for you, where you're trying to help a loved one with an addiction, it is best to get some support as soon as possible. As soon as this video is over is the best time, so that you don't make the mistakes that could make things more difficult later to straighten out. The sooner you reach out for help, the better it is for everyone concerned. Now, I did promise at the beginning of this episode that I would bring up 5 ways pets can help recover from addiction. I have this written here, so I'm going to have to look down to read it to you. But 5 ways pets can help people recover from addiction. Number 1 on my list is pets love you unconditionally. Building a good personal relationship that you can turn to and support is one of your key ways addicts work through their addiction. But nobody said all relationships needed to be people. Humans aren't perfect. Some may be annoyed by your recovery, and others may mean well, but they say wrong things. You needn't worry about these problems with pets. They always respond to your affection in the kind, no matter what your mood is and what you might say. Such a stable, reliable relationship can be important for a recovering addict. So pets love you unconditionally, and they're not human. Number 2 on my list, pets help you have fun. To go out and throw frisbee with a dog, for a cat to go climbing all over maybe some, what do they call those, cat gymnasiums, that is fun to watch. So pets can be fun, and that gives the addicted person something to look forward to. Number 3, pets encourage you to be more responsible. Pets teach you to get up at certain times because they want to be fed, to let them out at certain times because they need to go to the bathroom, and they make you feel needed. So pets encourage you to be more responsible, because if you don't get up at certain times to feed them, they'll annoy you until you get up. And if you don't get up at certain times to let them out, you'll have a mess in the house. So they teach you to be responsible. Number 4, pets hold you accountable. You need to take care of your pet. You are accountable for their lives. Remember, it gives you a reason to hold on to something, because you, the addictive person, now has someone that's more in need of help than you probably are. Number 5, last on my list, pets ease your stress. Stress and addiction affect the brain in similar ways. So battling one generally means battling the other. These stresses of life can trigger cravings or relapse, so it's vital to keep calm. Getting close to a pet is a great way to combat stress. But it's not just dogs that can make their owners feel good. The soft fur of a cat, a rabbit, the smooth scales of a snake or a lizard, or the feathers of a loving parrot all feel wonderful to touch. Stroking and cuddling a pet helps you calm down quickly by lowering your pulse and your heart rate. Many credit their faithful pets with saving their lives. My question to you folks, if you're out there, wherever you might be watching me, do you think a pet can save your life? I think so. Folks, let's do a recap of today. This was a very, very good segment. And this segment was dedicated not just to that one friend that I brought up, to all my friends and all people that are dealing with loved ones that are battling addiction of drugs and alcohol or any other addiction. These tips, hopefully, will help you become a better person to help them. When I say better, I don't mean you as a person. I'm saying to better deal with a loved one with addiction, a friend with addiction. So here they are again. Come face to face with reality. Learning how to deal with the reality is the most important first step to surviving when you love an addictive person. Although it may seem easier to stay in a fantasy space and think that magically their addiction will disappear, it won't. So you need to come face to face with reality and say, this person has an addiction, and here are the next 9 steps on how I'm going to deal with them. Discover how to love an addicted person and stay healthy. There are effective ways to deal with an addicted person in your life, just as there are ways to deal with non-effective ways to deal with the addicted person in your life. But the effective ways are the most important ways. So find what's very effective to deal with your addicted person. Number 3, you cannot fix another person, so stop trying. You can be there to love them, you can be there to help them in any which way, but you can't fix them. They need to want to have, or they need to want to be fixed. You need to stay healthy for yourself, but you need to be strong for them. But remember, you cannot control them, you cannot fix them, but you can love them. Number 5, stop blaming the other person and become willing to look at yourself. As easy and tempting as it may be for you to blame the addict in your life, remember, the addict doesn't choose to be an addict. An addict has a disease, so stop blaming them, stop doing the blame game, stop throwing your finger in their face, and help them and keep your lifestyle as straight as possible when it comes to your health. Number 5, learn the difference between helping and enabling. You don't realize, but when you give money to an addicted person and you give them a place to stay and you drive them all over the place, you are not helping them. What you are doing is enabling them. Helping them is tough love. Most importantly is the love. Number 6, don't give in to manipulation. You have to understand the difference between when a person will say, do, this is the addicted person, say, do whatever it takes to get you to believe whatever their story is. They are manipulating you, so you need to proceed with caution on that. Number 7, ask yourself the magic question. The magic question was, here is the magic question. Ask yourself this question: how would my life be better if I wasn't consumed by behaviors that enable my loved one? Your life would be better if you don't give your loved one money, if you don't give your loved one anything that they ask for, because you're enabling them. So your life will be better with tough love, period. Number 8, know that self-care does not equal selfish. What is selfish? Selfish is what I want, when I want it, and where I want it. Self-care is I need to work on my emotional status, my spiritual status, my mental status, and my physical status. Number 9 on my list, rebuild your own life. The best way to come out of your own addictive behaviors, such as enabling and people-pleasing, it is to focus on your own life. If your life seems empty in such areas as career, relationships, or self-care, begin to rebuild your life by exploring the kinds of things that might be fulfilling to you. Folks, this is what I had said to my friend that I spoke about, that if I could help their loved one by getting this particular loved one involved with my crusade on my mission of helping others, that might give this person a reason to stop doing what they're doing with their addictive behavior. That's the purpose of number 9. Number 10, don't wait until the situation is really bad. Reach out for help now. Reach out today. Call me, 844-405-HELP. Go to AA today. Check into a treatment or a rehab center today. The sooner you reach out for help, the better it will be for everyone. I mean everyone concerned. Just to recap, 5 ways that can help. 5 ways pets can help people recover from addiction. Sorry. Pets love you unconditionally. They will love you no matter what. Isn't that amazing? I just wish all humans were that way, but nothing more pleasing to see a dog run up to you. Nothing more pleasing than a cat jumping on your lap. And this is so good for somebody with an addiction, because they are not getting the love and the attention from other people, because what other people are doing is number 4 on my list, and that's the blame game, not realizing that they have a disease. Number 2 on my list, pets help you have fun. Nothing like throwing a frisbee to a dog. Nothing like a cat jumping all over that cat gymnasium or running in circles. So number 2. Number 3, pets encourage you to be more responsible. Pets teach you to get up at certain times so you don't have a chance to sleep all day and that's good training for you. Let them out at certain times so they can go to the bathroom. These are responsibilities you are taking on because there's somebody more helpless than you. Number 4, pets hold you accountable. You need to take care of them. You are accountable for their lives. And if you don't believe that pets will hold you accountable, I will tell you right now as I sit here, God holds you accountable. No matter what addiction you have, you are accountable for anyone that relies on you. Number 5, pets ease your stress. Stress and addiction affect the brain in similar ways, so battling one generally means battling the other. The stresses of life can trigger cravings or relapse, so it's vital to keep calm. Getting close to a pet is a great way to combat stress. But it's not just dogs that can make their owners feel good. It's the soft fur of a cat, a rabbit. It is the scales of a snake, a lizard. Stroking and cutting pets will help you calm down quickly by lowering your pulse, your heart rate. Many credit their faithful pets for saving their lives. How many of you folks out there that have an addiction could answer this question? Could a pet save your life? Could my videos help save your life? Could you talking to someone help save your life? Here are the key factors. The key factors is only you and God can save your life. Not me. I can maybe give you the information to help you realize how to save your life. Not friends, not family can help you save it. They can only help you by not enabling you, by not blaming you. But it is ultimately you that can save your life. Let today be the first day of your new life. Go out, get yourself a pet. Call a loved one that has been trying to help you so dearly and fighting your addiction and say thank you to them. But here's the key. Most importantly, reach up to God. Ask Him for guidance and direction. And I use this example, and I hope it makes sense the more I say it. Your body is like a vessel, a ship. Your mind is like a captain. That's you. You, the captain, are in charge of your ship. But what captain takes their ship out in a rough ocean without navigation? So you're missing something. You're missing navigation. This is when you reach up to God. You ask for guidance and direction. Let God be your navigator of your ship. Tonight, when you go to bed, folks, please, with or without an addiction, when you go to bed tonight, we all wear shoes, slippers, or sneakers when we go towards our bedroom, and then we take them off and we leave them at the edge of our bed. Tonight, please push your sneakers, slippers, or shoes under the bed, halfway. And that way, tomorrow morning, when you get up and you need to put them back on, you'll be forced to go on your knees. And while you're on your knees, what better way than to pray and thank God that you are alive another day on this beautiful earth. That God is allowing you to breathe again. Because you got to remember, there's someone on earth right now, as we sit here, you and my audience, that's taking their last breath. There is someone on earth right now that's closing their eyes for the last time. So the question here remains, while you're watching me, you're alive, you still have a chance for change. But the person that I just spoke about that's taking their last breath or closing their eyes for the last time, did they have a chance for change? Did they have an opportunity to hear the message of hope and faith, of change? And if they didn't, it's all in God's hands at this point. But you, if you're watching me and you're listening to me, have a chance for change, because you just heard the examples, you heard the message of hope and faith. But it is you that needs to stop denying, and it is you that has to get help. It is me as the messenger, me as the alcoholic, to give you that message, but it is you, up to you to receive it. So remember this, a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. That I guarantee you. And if you believe what I'm telling you here, positive thoughts in here will give you positive results no matter where you are. If you're in my audience and you're sitting in jail right now watching this, Your day is coming where you'll get out, you have paid back society, and changes are coming your way, but it's up to you to decide how those changes will be. Will they be the continuous patterns that you have shown to get you into jail? Or will it be changes for the better to be a more productive member of society? If you're a homeless shelter watching me, changes are coming. It all starts by possibly seeking help if you have a drug or an alcohol addiction, because a lot of your money probably went to feed those addictions, which caused you to be in that homeless shelter. If you're in a nursing home and you're alone, changes are coming. Play cards or chess with your fellow peers at the homeless shelter. And when you do see your family member the next time, ask them please to come see you a little bit more. Continuously watching my videos, whoever is watching. And I hope to God that each and every one of you folks has a great day. But more importantly, I hope to God that you all, and I mean all, have a sober day. May God bless you and take care.